Hello everyone, welcome you all for the Startup Stories. My name is Gunesh Shekhar and I'm a startup coach and the author of the book Startup Recipe. In this Startup Story series, we have got a lot of interviews already from various entrepreneurs sharing their entrepreneur journey, their experience, and likewise, today we have a special person, one of my good friends, Sachin Daya from Delhi, who completed his B Pharma and he started his career in the pharma industry as a sales executive, and then he moved on to the next job and he got into Zomato, and where he got promoted to a level where he actually was manager of operations and strategic growth. And then he quit that job and he started something on his own. He was freelancer for the first 3 to 4 months, and then he started his first business, which is into pharma wholesaling. And then he got into his second business, which is a tech-based startup for healthcare. And then he also started two more businesses. One is habits-oriented mastermind community. One is a franchise of TLC, which is for coaches and trainers. So these are the different businesses he started in the just last 2 years, which means we are going to learn a lot from his experience of having multiple business started in the last 2.5 years. So welcome Sachin for this startup stories. Glad to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Guna, for that wonderful introduction, and totally my pleasure. And thank you so much for inviting me to share my entrepreneurial journey with the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sachin. And you were in the designation of operations and strategic growth manager in Zomato, which is very good position for anybody who's into the corporate industry.
Yeah.
But what actually made you to think about coming out of that career and starting something on your own? What made you to start something on your own?
That's, I think, one of the good question, and I always been asked this question, like, what made you to quit the job and then move into this field of unknown? On daily basis, you tackle a lot of challenges as an entrepreneur. So this goes back to my college days, because during my college journey, during my college years, I used to read a lot on business owner, like business, their autobiographies, their magazines, and used to learn a lot about them. And there was a dream of me to complete my MBA, and the only reason I wanted to do my MBA was to start my own business. So at that point of time, I was not having very clarity why should I take this route of doing an MBA and then get into a business. But yeah, along that journey of preparing for my MBAs, I used to read a lot about businesses, and that's when it was always there in my mind that I want to start something on my own. I want to start something on my own. But again, not having the clarity in life, why and what should I start, where to start, what to do. As a student, you don't have that clarity, right? Then I slowly move forward into my job, because as you all know, we after completing the job, it's very important to start earning money as well. So I get into my job, sales job, experience a lot about sales. So I used to sell my product for my pharmaceutical company, and learn a lot about selling, about people. But again, that thing was always there that I want to start something on my own. I quit that job. I took a gap of 2 months. Again, I reflected on myself. I want to start something of what do you call food truck here in Gurgaon, that is nearby Delhi. We used to have a lot of food trucks. So I thought of opening a food truck as well with my friends. But again, that idea was there, but there was a lot of fears. Where, how much to put, how much money should I start, where should I get the basics of getting this food truck ready, the food. Then I had to hire the staff as well. So a lot of these fears were there. So I again went into my corporate field as Zomato. And then I joining after Zomato, there was a good like I really enjoyed my job there. But again, whenever I used to come from home, come from my office to home, there was one question: is am I really fulfilled? Like, am I really living the life that I want to live? And the answer, most often than not, was no. And over a period of time, there comes a time in my life that I feel like enough is enough. Now I have to do something about it, and then I just quit my job and to start my own journey again. At that time, as you mentioned in the introduction, I was not having very clarity where to start, but I did some freelancing, which gives me a lot of clarity, and that's how it always started. Because one thing is there in me, that I have the potential to impact many millions' lives, and that's when I quit my job. I thought, let me just take this leap of faith and move forward in my life, and this is how my entrepreneurial journey started.
Superb, superb. Good to know that, yes, you asked this question to yourself every day, and that actually made you to take the decision to move forward to the next step. And it is not easy to switch over from a corporate career to an entrepreneurship career because suddenly the complete environment is new, and there have been a lot of challenges in your first or second or third business. Some businesses you thought of starting but couldn't start. So if you have to mention certain challenges which you overcome in your entrepreneurship journey, what kind of challenges that would
That's again a really good question for any entrepreneur, because especially I'm the very first person in my family to start a business.
be? Okay.
That's the one limitation. That's the one limitation we have to cross, right? As a
So
budding entrepreneur.
none of your family members have any experience about entrepreneurship.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
So this was the very first thing. Second was that again I was not having very clarity where to start, and that's where I get into this freelancing, which gives me a lot of clarity. And then one day I was discussing with my friend that hey, I want to plan something of this investing in pharmaceutical or in your firm, the wholesale firm that he has there in the old Delhi. And then we connected, and then I poured in some money, invested, we did a lot of things. But the challenge that I want to share with a lot of people is that you need to have very very clarity why you want to get into business, because on daily basis you need to face a lot of challenges, whether it's your product, whether it's your right target audience, whether you are your channel of the medium of targeting people, how we are doing that, and then your competition as well. This is I'm sharing from my second startup that I start in the healthcare sector, video.co, which is again into helping out a lot of patients and connecting with the doctors. Is that you need to do a lot of research. Earlier what I did was I just saw one of the email from Startup India, because I'm associated with them for quite some time, and they were looking for some 5G healthcare sector starter. I pitched in, I prepared my pitch deck, I shared with them, and I just shared everything, like this is how my startup will be, and I'm just at the progressing stage. But they rejected my idea, rejected just by sharing that we will get back to you, but they never get back to me. And that's when I decided what was the problem in that, because they have asked for a healthcare startup. The one thing that I've learned from that is having the validation of your ideas and your product. If you are into entrepreneurship, it's very very important that before looking for investment from Startup India or any other field, always make sure that you have some kind of validation for your product. You should have at least 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 customers for your business that are there and that are happy with that, so that you can have the testimony. So this is one of the challenge. And again, as you move forward, clarity is very very important as an entrepreneur, right? Where you want to take your business in future. So clarity in terms of which idea, again, which platform you're gonna pick for your marketing, which gonna how you're gonna scale it up, how you're gonna grow, and went to different part of Delhi and all that stuff. So these are the few things that I want to share, and that was really a struggling period for me. Rest, yes, of course, I started next 2 3 businesses again, 2 more businesses after that. But one important thing is clarity, and knowing about your problem that you solve, what problem you are solving, and whether there is a need, really a need for your product or not. So competition survey is also important. So these are the couple of things that I want to share, for the listeners.
Superb, superb. Thank you, thank you. I think that will just give an insight for all the startups now. I also wanted to ask, when we start a new business, obviously we will end up doing some mistakes, and from that mistakes we learn, and we will make sure we will not do that again. And this is how an entrepreneurship journey works. And can you mention one or two mistakes which you did in these businesses when you started, so that those aspiring entrepreneurs who are watching this video, or even entrepreneurs who are watching this video, they can actually understand this? Yes, I can actually avoid this mistake because this mistake is costing this. So they can easily understand if you can mention one or two mistakes from your journey.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one thing that I really want to share with all of you is having the clarity and taking the action. So now I used to procrastinate a lot earlier, to be honest. Let me share with you, all of you, because I was not having the clarity. So I thought, let me do it later, because once I'm having a clarity, then only I will do it. Then only I will take that action, right? And this is what happened in my healthcare sector business. So this idea I used to have from, I think, in 2019, early 2019, but I didn't take any action that time.
Okay.
So if I could have taken that action, be it 50-60% clarity with that, I could have able to manage or be able to scale it much faster. Or I could have been able to attract the investment from
Maybe
Startup India.
what you will achieve next year, you would have achieved already.
Achieve earlier, yeah, earlier,
Okay.
absolutely. So take the actions, because the more actions you're going to take, the more clear you become. And this is the one thing. And second, yes, of course, that I share with you is having a validation for your product. If you are not having a validation for your product, if you are not having the set of audience who has already buy your product or bought your product and giving you the testimonial. That's where it is very very important, because if you're not having that, nobody gonna trust you, right? Nobody gonna trust you, especially if you're asking for a money as a from an investor point of view I'm talking about. So these are 2 3 things that I want to share with the audience.
Superb, superb. And Sachin, a lot of people watching this video are aspiring entrepreneurs who want to start something, or entrepreneurs who are already into one line of business, and especially after this pandemic, etc. Many entrepreneurs are switching to a new line of business or adding one more line of business to their current business. So, if somebody is going to start a business, what will be your suggestion or idea for them with your experience? What do you suggest to them? What kind of tips you want to give them so that they can grow faster, they can start launch their business and build it faster?
One advice that I want to really give from again my personal experience is that when I joined one of the community of like-minded people, teachers are leaders. Now that community not only helped me in starting my own coaching business and finding my niche, it also helped me in honing my business acumen, business skills as well. So, and that's where I really emphasize on having a mentors in life. So I have 3 mentors. One is Mr. Villeroy. He's the MD, Managing Director of Kolkata Ventures. And then we have Guru Murli, the founder there of Teachers Are Leaders Community. So I highly request and highly recommend all of you, whether you are an existing entrepreneur or you are aspiring one, have mentors. Even the likes of Facebook founder Mr. Zuckerberg, he also having a mentor in form of Mr. Steve Jobs. He used to ask a lot of questions to him. So having a mentor gonna really help you in shorten your path to success wherever you want to go, whether you are already earning in crores or whether you are someone who's just starting. Have mentors and just take actions. Take actions, follow your intuition. That is very, very important. These are the 2 things that I want to share with people. And yes, do a due diligence on your product and or your market as well. What your competition is doing, what you are, where you are standing right now, and where and how different you can do it, how innovative you can be. So these are 2 3 things that I want to share. But again, the main again thing is having a mentor gonna really help you out. So go and find someone if you're not having a mentor in your life.
I truly agree with you, because we always need to have someone guide us, and we always have some questions which our mentors can actually answer and just direct them, direct any student to a particular direction quickly, so that we don't waste our time and we quickly know what to do and what not to do, and we can get into action. So absolutely agree to that point. So in this short interview, we have shared a lot of things. Yes, this is a startup story series, and from your experience, you have given a lot of bites to all the aspiring entrepreneurs. So thank you very much, Sachin, for being here in this startup stories show. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Guna, for having me here. And it was really pleasure sharing my journey, my mistakes, and my wins as well with the aspiring as well as the existing entrepreneurs. Hope they will find value from these nuggets that I've
Definitely.
shared. And thank you once again for having me. It's totally my pleasure.
Thank you, Sachin, and thank you everybody who's watching this video. So kindly share this video, because there are a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs for whom this video is going to be really useful. I will see you in my next episode of Startup Stories.